Why did you agree to this?
Agree to what?
Building an airplane.
How hard could it be?
The first step of any Van's aircraft build is inventory your kit. Our fuselage kit just arrived, so Melissa and I went to work inventorying our kit. The way Vans packs everything is into subkits, so they'll take a whole bunch of parts and wrap them all together and call it subkit 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we got up to subkit number 10. Then some kits or some parts are just put off by themselves. While you inventory, of course, you're checking to make sure you got everything. So as you find each part number, you're checking it off on the list. But this is your first opportunity to organize your parts so that finding them later will be a lot easier. Our initial instinct was to put all the parts together on the shelf, grouped by subkit. Our assumption was the plans would call, okay, pull out subkit number 1 and let's start building it. That's not the way it works. The subkits are grouped together based upon shape and size of the parts to make packing easier, not building easier. So we still have everything organized by subkit, and as we went to work on step 1, we were going amongst 4 or 5 different subkits to find the parts that we need. So do yourself a favor and read ahead and start putting thought into your organization of the parts early. We know that we're going to go back and have to reorganize our parts as we find things. We're just hoping that as we start building a few of the kits and the steps that we have less parts to deal with and it'll become easier and easier. But having a system to find your parts, that's the first challenge in the Vans aircraft build. Overall, the inventory didn't take us that long. We went several hours of checking off parts. The two of us working together was very helpful and efficient. And half the time was spent, again, organizing how we were going to store the parts. Where the inventory becomes more fun is once you get to the small bag. Well, not so small. It's a pretty large bag of rivets, nuts, bolts, and other small pieces. But like these big pieces here, super easy to inventory. It's more about organization. It's where you're going to put it. I think this is the final subkit that we're ripping into here. And now that all the big parts are done, some of the small parts we organized in small baskets that we'll get to later. We are labeling each basket with the subkit that's in it and using the inventory sheet to cross-reference to find the part when we need to. But here we go with the big bag. This is a whole bunch of small bags, and no, we did not count every rivet. We didn't even count all the individual parts inside of the some of the kits that have some small pieces of sheet metal and other things like that. We are making labels as we put things into these boxes. So we're going to organize all of our rivets by type and size. Not all of it did we capture in the time lapse here, but having any sort of organization it's going to make our life a lot easier in the future. So this is just going off kit by kit, checking them off, bag by bag. Out of all the things Van shipped us, the only thing we did not find is 1 bag of rivets, which we have already emailed Van's Aircraft, and they have already put into the mail our missing bag of rivets. So real simple and straightforward. Here we are. We're almost done with the inventory. In real time, I think this was about 3.5 to 4 hours of work that we did to inventory our Vans aircraft kit. So next step, let's start building.